Mr. Raymond Hill is a fantastic speaker, and he will be talking to us this evening about his experiences of the BNP. I'm sure he'll provide us with fascinating insights, and I don't want to give too much away, so I won't say too much. I'll leave that to Mr. Hill. After Mr. Hill speaks, we will invite questions from you, the audience. And we want to make this quite interactive as well, so we're going to ask you a few questions at the end, and if we could just make this into an open discussion, that would be brilliant. Just to give you a little bit of background about the KCL Interfaith network, we aim to raise awareness and understanding of different faiths at King's, especially amongst the student body. We aim to reduce eliminate any misunderstanding that people might have about different faiths and promote dialogue between members of different faiths. We hope that this event today and the discussion that we have will be productive in that it will illustrate how people of different faiths are all opposed to fascism and attitudes which are unhealthy in our modern world. So, and we hope to demonstrate that people of different faiths can work together to oppose the ideology of the far right and to oppose anything that's unhealthy and any unhealthy politics in our society. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Raymond Hill.
Thank you very much. At the very highest level. And I'll tell you how I got involved with it. Nothing complex about it. What happened was quite simple. I had spent 3 years in the army. I came out of the army and I gravitated towards the city of Leicester, although in actual fact I'm a Lancastrian, I'm from Lancashire. Never guess that, would you? I gravitated towards Leicester. There I met the lady whom I married, and I'm still married to 45 years later. And we, after we've been married 12 years, had a child. The whole area in which I was living was changing as if by magic in front of my eyes. It really was quite incredible. White flight. Anyone who could afford to go out into the leafy suburbs where they lectured me on tolerance. Always reminds me of Kipling, you know, the toad beneath the harrow knows exactly where each toothprint goes. The butterfly upon the road preaches contentment to the toad. There I was. A very poorly paid job, living in a slum, looking out my window and seeing what to me, I don't want to be offensive to anybody, of course, not like me, but looking out what to me were strange clothing, strange accents, strange languages, strange customs. What the hell's going on? And I would go down the pub at the weekend when I could afford a pint, which wasn't too often, and have a grumble, as did dozens and dozens and dozens of others. But I didn't do anything. I wasn't an educated man at that stage. I wasn't even a skilled man. Certainly wasn't a political animal. And then one day, I opened up the local paper, and there was a full-page advert there. And it said, "Not enough jobs for our old people. houses for our own people. Yet tens of thousands from all over the world pouring into our city every year. This is madness, it's insanity. It's got to stop. Do you agree that this policy must be changed? Try to contact this number. And I did contact him. And let me make this clear, I make no apology for that to this day. Because based upon the knowledge that I had at that time, it was a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I didn't want to hurt anybody, I didn't want to kill anybody, I didn't want to victimize anybody. I just thought the policy was insane. And so, as I say, I responded to this advertisement. We were invited to a meeting in a suburb of Leicester called Knighton. I don't know if any of you know it, but a very sort of upper middle class suburb. 15 or 20 of us there, plus the hosts, 4 or 5 of them, in a drawing room there. Tea and biscuits came round, you know. Cups and saucers. I thought, well, you know, I've made it. And we were asked, in turn, to explain why we had responded to this advertisement. And I suppose, in a way, it was a sort of backhanded compliment, because they must have thought they saw something. And after that initial meeting, I was plied with leaflets, pamphlets, reading lists, propaganda of all kinds. I can remember some of it now. The New Unhappy Lords by A.K. Chesterton, cousin of G.K., poet. Fraudulent Conspiracy by a man called Colin Jordan. Somewhere South of Suez by Douglas Reed. You can still get it, still like them. And they had an underlying message. And what they said, paraphrasing of course, was, this is no accident. This is an attempt to destroy our country. This is an attempt to change the very nature of it. And they know what they're doing. It's a conspiracy. And this conspiracy, I was informed, was the product of people called the Jews. Now, I wouldn't have known a Jew if one jumped up and bit me. Never met one in my life, as far as I knew. As it turned out, I had, but I didn't know that at the time. Can I just digress a minute here? Think about this when you're thinking and talking about tuition fees and the cost of difference. The most dangerous creature walking the streets in our country is a fit, strong, intelligent, working class lad with no hope, no ambition, doesn't know where he's going, doesn't know what his life's all about. Absolutely fatal combination. My God, I know, I've been there. Nature abhors a vacuum. And I soaked this stuff up like a sponge. I read it. My God, who are these people? Something must be done. If only 5% of this is true, something still must be done. I read a quote which impressed me greatly at that time from Henry Ford, founder of the motor company. He said, speaking about the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, that some of you might have heard of, if this is a forgery, then the forger had a crystal ball. It's happening now. It's Henry Ford. For God's sake, I'm real, you know. I work in a factory. Well, am I to argue with Henry Ford? Like I say, I soaked it up like a sponge. It's called the conspiracy theory of history. Not something you learn about in history. Just imagine, but no, it exists. And I became active with these people. Not for very long, as it happens. Indeed, only for about years. And our economic condition was such, and we were trying to raise our family in a manner which made both my wife and myself very happy.